Several migrant facilities located in El Paso, and now you can add one more to the list. Within the next couple of weeks, migrant girls will be arriving to a new facility in West El Paso. ABC7's Shelby Montgomery took a tour of the place. She's live with a look inside. Shelby?
Oh, well, Eric, this facility used to be for Alzheimer patients, but PCFS, the Department through Health and Human Services, has now transformed the migrant house for migrant girls ages 12 and 17. It's being called Casa Mariposa. Today we got an exclusive look along with other media. A first look inside the facility. It's not open yet. They did get the license to lease it in February, and now they're just waiting on some final licensing. Here's a look.
Facility is ready to open. Nestled in a quiet, upscale West Side neighborhood, this new migrant facility is ready to welcome migrant girls.
Will be a licensed child care facility serving 104 beds, girls ages 12 to 17.
This room, filled with color, has 2 bunk beds, 4 beds total. But once the sun rises, it's time to get the day started.
Our girls have busy full days, and that's intentional when you have a bunch of teenagers living in one spot.
Girls will begin their day inside this cafeteria. Then it's off to the classroom.
Our girls will be in class for 6 hours a day.
These desks will soon be filled with eager minds, and like all students this year, these girls will learn virtually.
There's two-way communication. We have certified teachers that will be Zooming with them, and in addition to that, we'll have certified teachers aides who are actually here in the classrooms.
After class, girls can hang in here, watch TV, or go outside and enjoy the sun. But with so many girls running around, COVID is still a concern.
So the girls that will be coming to this site will be coming directly to us from Border Patrol. They're immediately tested and screened for COVID-19.
This is the sealed off COVID unit for all the girls who test positive for COVID-19. In this hallway, there are 23 beds.
The rest of the girls will be brought to a separate part of the facility where they'll stay for a 7-day observational quarantine period.
It'll only be a matter of weeks before these empty hallways are filled with migrant girls ready to be united with their sponsors.
We're waiting for licensing to come out and do their final inspection. We can anticipate to possibly receive girls as early as that day.
In addition to everything you just saw, there is also an on-site medical facility where girls can get all their checkups, and when girls get there, they'll be given a bag full of new clothes, shoes, and hygiene products. So
Thanks, Shelby. Now, they will be hiring 188 people to work at that facility that Shelby was showing us. Background checks will be done for everyone hired. Now, extra depth tonight on the oversight of migrant families, or facilities rather. The federal government typically hires contractors to run these facilities, but most shelters still have to be licensed by the state.
And we're going to break down how those contractors end up operating those facilities and how the government makes sure they're safe for migrants. The new shelter we just showed you on Bandolero Drive has applied for a state license, but state officials told ABC7 that application is pending and under review. It may take time for a shelter to get a license.
For example, the shelter for unaccompanied migrants on O'Leary Drive in Montana Vista is being run by Virginia-based company Caliburn International. Online state records show it's been operating with an initial state permit since last December, but a federal data shows children have been living there since September.
Now, ABC7 reached out to the state to see how the licensing process works. Texas Health and Human Services Commission spokesman Daniel Pestrakov told ABC7 a company needs to fill out an application like this, one to get an initial permit, which will allow it to open. And as you can see here, it's dense. The application is long. It's 240 pages. We filed a public records request with the state to show taxpayers what it looked like.
Now, what Eric is holding was filed by Caliburn International. The company explained in detail how it plans to operate. That includes descriptions of facility protocols, a list of duties for each employee, how caregivers will be trained, code of conduct, and so much more.
State officials say after an application like the one that you see here is accepted and a standard inspection has been done, the facility is evaluated to see if it's ready to operate with an initial permit.
Now, the state says the facility also needs fire, health, and gas inspections, along with an occupancy certificate before opening. State officials told ABC7 once the shelter has an initial permit, it must have a minimum of 3 inspections done by the state's registered child care regulation staff to make sure it's operating within state guidelines. A spokesperson for the Texas Health and Human Services Commission said in a statement, quote, HHSC inspectors go to each licensed operation at least once a year to conduct routine monitoring inspections. HHSC also conducts unannounced inspections and investigations. Announced inspections are allowed for certain inspections when children are not present.
The state says inspectors look into things like how they're supervising children, facility conditions, whether there's enough people to take care of migrant children, and whether background checks have been evaluated and verified. Now, according to online state records, a total of 9 inspections have been done at the O'Leary shelter. A total of 5 deficiencies have been reported, which you can see right here, 3 dating back to 2020, 2 most recently April 28th. It also lists whether the problems were corrected during the inspections. We reached out to Caliburn International for comment about its application and deficiencies noted on the state's website, but have not heard back.